Welcome to the Women Who Hunt podcast, where stories from the field are shared, women in the outdoors are celebrated, and we inspire the next generation of hunters. From first-time adventures to lifelong pursuits, this is where passion and community meet. The Women Who Hunt podcast is proudly supported by Gun Traders Australia, Australia's dedicated firearms marketplace for licensed shooters and hunters. A family-owned Australian business trusted across the industry. Gun Traders brings people together through trust and connection. Here, brands don't just advertise, they belong. Now, let's get into today's episode. Welcome back to the Women Who Hunt podcast. Today's guest is Mel Gray, a passionate hunter whose stories from the field capture the excitement of the rut, the patience required to hunt steep country and thick bush. From stalking croaking bucks to tanning hides and honouring the harvest, this conversation is about preparation, respect, and the deeper connection that hunting creates. Mel, welcome to the Women Who Hunt podcast. I am so excited that you're here.
Glad to be a part of it.
So before we jump into getting rut ready and all of the hunting tactics and techniques and all of that sort of stuff, I'd love to go back to the beginning. Talk to me about the first part of your journey. Talk to me about before you were a hunter and what got you into it. What does that look like?
So I've had this obsession with deer since I was a kid. But I never really thought much about it. It was just this fascination. I didn't know that there were deer in Australia. But yeah, over the years, I guess I just started hearing more and more about their presence. And like my father, he enjoyed a bit of hunting here and there. So I don't even know how I didn't know the deer were here. But yeah, I just over time started to branch out and
So talk to me about the very, very first time you saw a deer in real life.
Yeah, I guess I went out to an area that my father had told me about. I didn't have a rifle, I didn't have a license, anything like that. So I just took the camera out for a bit of a walk.
Yep.
And pretty much 5 minutes into the walk, I just ended up being blasted by sambar, like honks all around me. There would have been like 3 or 4 of them just in the dense bush, in my immediate surrounds. And it was just immediate sensory overload. And I actually found, not long after that, I found a calf, like a sambar calf, just laying in the dirt, probably 10 meters from me, which explained, the deer hanging around and honking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some footage of them and just, yeah, it fascinated me. And I think
That's
from
incredible.
there I was hooked. And I just wanted
Is that
to
the
see
footage
more.
that you've got on your Instagram feed of that little guy coming up and just like hanging out with you for a little bit?
No, that was a different time. This was probably back around 2020, so I'm still fairly new to it. But yeah, it was early morning, so the footage I have is pretty terrible. But yeah, just the most exciting and overwhelming experience I've had. And yeah, it got me straight back there. Like I was back multiple times throughout the following week, just wanting to find more of them and wanting to get good photos of them. Yeah, I found a few. But yeah, from there I ended up traveling around a whole bunch and trying to find other deer species and trying to learn as much as I could about them. And yeah, get photos of them all. And like I hadn't touched a rifle at all at that point. It was all just photography. Yeah.
Watching the animal behaviour through the camera lens it's pretty specky stuff when it's just you and the lens and the animal that you're looking at. Hey.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's no pressure. You get to enjoy it. And it taught me how to stalk in on deer a lot better too, because to get the best photos, you have to be right up close. Like these DSLR cameras, or the ones that I can afford, their zoom is almost non-existent. So yeah, you have to be right in close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get to
What do you
experience
reckon
a lot of
changed
cool
you
things.
that first moment when that first honk? You'd never heard a honk in real life before. Talk to me about what your body was doing, what your brain was doing. Like, talk to me about that moment.
Honestly, it was more of a, oh, that's what that is. That makes sense sort of moment, because I'd heard people talking about sambar deer honking, like my brother and my father. They'd mentioned it a few times, but I hadn't ever experienced it myself. So pretty much when I heard it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a deer. And then I looked around for the source of it, and I could see one of them standing there watching me through the dogwood.
No way.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it was just you and him at that moment in the silence of the bush.
I'm pretty sure that one was the mother of the calf that was on the ground near me. Because she wasn't moving off. She was holding tight. So yeah, I think she was just watching her baby.
Protecting her little one.
Yeah.
And what makes you feel most at home in the bush, do you reckon?
Just the peace. Just, being out there where I can fully recharge. I can have all my senses tuned into what's in my immediate surrounds. And yeah, there's no unnatural sounds. There's just nature, just trees and, cool critters to find. Yeah.
What's some of the coolest things you've come up with that you've bumped into when you've been out there?
Definitely the calf that ended up hanging out with me for a while. That can never be topped, and I don't expect to have an encounter like that ever again in my life. But yeah, aside from that, like dingoes are really cool to come across. I think they're probably one of my favorite things to run into in the bush. And yeah, just there's a lot of special little hidden gems that you can come across that a lot of people won't ever find because you're not sticking to hiking trails or anything like that. You're just bush bashing. Yeah. But no, the calf was definitely my favorite thing.
How did that happen?
Well, how did it happen? I was sitting over a gully that I'd hunted like heaps before, and I knew it was an area that deer crossed through quite regularly. Heaps of game trails, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so I just kind of sat and waited. And then I was looking around and I just saw it like bedded up under a bunch of bracken. It was just laying there.
Oh,
so
wow.
Obviously its mum had planted it for the day and gone off to feed. And I had my dog with me. And we just kind of went up for a bit of a look, and it jumped up and started to trot off and was like squealing. And my dog was super confused. She had no idea what was going on. But yeah, we ended up just like sitting with it for a bit because it was so young it couldn't run off. And the squeals actually brought in 4 other deer looking to defend it.
Wow.
Like they were mad. Um, yeah, so I got a really clear view when I was sitting with it, of this hind just like coming over the ridge behind me. She would have been like 10 meters away. She had her head down and her glands flared and her tail was up, and she was looking to stomp something. um,
She was not happy.
no, no. And I reckon if she'd seen my dog, she would have flattened it. But I ended up standing up and just kind of like waving my arms a bit, and she took off. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
was your heart doing at that moment? Were you like, holy dooly, what have I got myself into?
It was pounding. um, yeah, no, it was a very exciting moment. But yeah, after that, the calf just kind of calmed down, and I thought for a little while, like, what am I going to do? And I considered my options. Um, like, do I take it home? Do I leave it? And I ended up just kind of deciding to leave it. But yeah, it started to follow us.
Oh, wow.
And so I'd walk for a bit and it'd follow, and then it'd come like stand right beside me and start nudging my leg with its nose.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I put the phone on the ground and took some videos of it following me. I got some good photos, but yeah, it got to the point where I'm like, nah, its mum's obviously still here. I shouldn't lead it too far away, so I kind of just sat down again, waited for it to get tired and bed down, and then I just left, and it stayed. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, no doubt its mum would have
And
come back to get it.
because you'd been watching the deer for a while by that stage, was it because you knew that kind of animal behavior that you kind of had that ability to go, do you know what, I just need it to take a rest for a bit, and then everything will be all right?
Yeah. I'd learned that like Samba seemed to have really, really strong maternal instincts, and I don't believe in the whole, if you put your scent on a baby Samba, the mum's going to abandon it. I don't believe in that at all.
Yeah.
Because you look at their family groups, like sometimes there'll be groups of hinds that hang together, and they'll have the calf, or like the calf and last year's calf hanging with them. But then uh, if you think about like those flex mark callers, do you know those? There's
Yep.
these, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, for anyone listening who doesn't know, what's a flex mark caller?
It's a little, I don't know it's like a tube, like a flattened tube with a rubber band around it, and yeah, you blow through it and it replicates like a calf distress call.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look at all the footage of people that use those and the deer that come in response to it. There's no saying that those deer are specifically like the mother of a calf that's nearby. Like they're not responding to their own calf. So they're just responding to
a calf
yeah,
that's distressed.
yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of says that they've got strong maternal instincts, and I fully believed that if I left the calf, its mum would come back. Like I know she was there. I didn't shoot her.
Yeah.
And so yeah, full confidence that it would have been fine.
So talk me through the process between the camera and the rifle. How did you move from camera to rifle?
It just happened. I was actually really nervous around rifles to start with, but I wanted to get to the point where I could harvest my own meat. I was going out and seeing so many deer and enjoying them. And I wanted to utilize the resource that they are. And so, yeah, I just kind of put in the application for it and got the ball rolling, and yeah, bought my own Tikka T3X Lite 308.
That's
But
what I have.
oh, they're good. They're so good.
They're so good.
Such a reliable rifle. Good all
Yeah.
rounder. Yeah, I've shot every species with that little rifle. But
Easy to carry all day too, hey?
Oh yeah, yeah. But no, it actually took me a while to get the confidence to shoot it. And I ended up just saying to myself, you know, just do it, and it'll get easier the more you do it. So, like even with target practice, you know, I was anticipating that the noise, I think, was what made me the most anxious. And so I'd get that little flinch. But yeah, I just got out and and made myself get used to it. Just found those little
You sound
moments
like
of
you're pretty
confidence.
determined.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to think so. But
so
yeah.
talk to me about those confidence milestones. Like what you said confidence a minute ago. What is a confidence milestone? What was that like for you as you were journeying through that phase of your learning?
I think it was just acknowledging that I had opportunities available to me and I was best off taking them. Like the first deer I shot, you know, I was watching a hind and a, you know, probably a 10-month-old calf just kind of crossing a clearing one morning. And I was humming and hawing about whether I should shoot one of them or not. And just overthinking it. And the more I was overthinking it, the more I was like, I guess just stressing about it. And I ended up just going, nah, find a rest, do it. And I ended up dropping that calf on the spot. But yeah, I can't say exactly how it came about, like how I gained that confidence. I just did it, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And talk to me about like that 10 seconds. You've got the calf in your sights. You're on a rest, so you're what position are you? Are you standing on a tree, or what are you doing? Talk us through like the first that minute before you've kind of you've had that conversation in your head to go just pull the trigger. What's that minute before that look like and feel like for you?
You're listening to the Women Who Hunt podcast, proudly supported by Brackenwear, Australian-made hunting apparel for real hunters who live and breathe the outdoors. You've probably seen me wearing my Brackenwear gear. It's tough, breathable, and built for Aussie conditions. Right now you can grab 15% off your next order at brackenwear.com.au. Just use the code GTA15 at checkout. Brackenwear, the endless pursuit. All right, let's get back to the show.
Minimal thinking, because the more I think about it, the more I stress, and I find that the more likely I am to stuff up. So it was really just, you know, arm against a tree, solid rest, crosshairs in the right spot, and go for it. And I hope that makes sense. But I have found historically that overthinking for me leads to failure. So I just need to get in there and do it, get it done.
Quiet the noise and be in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And successful shot?
Yes.
All right. Now talk us through the walk across to see it.
Oh, it was very emotional. I
Yep.
yeah, big mix of feelings, a lot of pride, but yeah, it didn't leave my sight, so I could see straight away after the shot that it was down. I had to cross a creek to get to it, but yeah, just
So you made it
the
nice and easy for yourself.
oh well, it wasn't like a deep creek. It was one you could just jump over, but like the
Yeah,
creek
Roger.
bed and
Okay.
everything, it was yeah. But no, just a huge feeling of accomplishment, you know, after all of that time of putting off shooting this rifle. Like I yeah, shot it at a range. But then
But it's different, hey?
yeah, it's much different. But no, just big sense of accomplishment and knowing that I could do that, it was pretty great.
Were you with anyone, or were you a solo hunter at that? Were you solo hunting at that moment?
I had my dog with me, but yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Wow. And had you had a deer in your sights before that trigger pull moment? Had you done that and then the deer's walked away or whatever? Had you been in that situation and not pulled the trigger?
Kinda. I'd had a
Yep.
sambar standing honking at me before. And so I had like a
Yeah.
small window of opportunity, but I hesitated that bit too long and it ran off.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was just the perfect setup. You know, it wasn't going anywhere.
So a 10-month-old sambar. Now that's still a beast of a deer, right? That's still a fairly it's a chunk of an animal, even at that age, right? Because they're not little, are they? Those sambars?
Oh, they can be pretty big. This one, this yeah, it was probably a little bit bigger than a fallow.
Yep.
So very much manageable, but I still broke it down and like I didn't take the whole thing. I just took the back legs, back straps, and the one front leg that wasn't damaged.
Yep.
But yeah, no, they they can certainly be hard work.
So was that the first time you'd field dressed an animal?
It was. Yeah.
Wow. Talk us through the emotion and there must have been some pretty cool stuff going on, and also some what do I do now moments.
Yeah, well, I'd been on a hunt or two with my father and observed him doing it.
Yep.
So like I knew what to do, but I hadn't put it into play myself prior to that. But yeah, like actually being hands-on and doing it, there's so many things that no one talks about, like the twitching of the muscles as you're cutting into the backstrap, like when they're really fresh, or the smells, you know. It's but again, big sense of accomplishment in doing it because I'd harvested it myself, and to then be able to process everything and carry it out is just awesome.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's that the smell, and the thing that got me the first time I harvested an animal was like I'd done fish and that sort of stuff before, but they're still warm inside.
Yeah.
And it's like pulling the gut hook down and slicing down the fur and then exposing the meat. Like it's a different it's a different experience. That you can, unless you've kind of done it and been there. I haven't actually found words to explain it myself, which is why I ask the question every single time, because I'd really love. I like to hear how people articulate that first moment, that first, I've done this and now I get to harvest the meat.
Yeah.
So did you know that you were going to take the back straps and the back legs? Did you, going in before you'd pulled the trigger, did you know that that was what you were looking to do?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, to me, it kind of seems wrong to not consider that before shooting an animal. Like a deer, sorry. But yeah, it was something that added to the excitement of the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who was the first person you told?
My dad.
And what was what was that conversation?
Oh, he's not a very emotional person. So there wasn't like the whole jumping up and down and giggling. But no,
he's a bloke.
Yeah. I wouldn't even jump up and down and giggle.
Yeah, neither would I.
But no, he was. I could tell that he was pretty proud. And yeah, he did the whole, oh yeah, well done, good job. So that was enough. That was enough.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And what was the first meal you prepared from your very first harvested deer?
I used to do this salad with the back straps, and it was awesome. It was like a bed of spinach, roasted sweet potato, bunch of feta, cherry tomatoes. What else? Like a honey mustard dressing. And
so
avocado as well. And then just like medium rare backstrap sliced up with that. So, nothing fancy, but just something that really complements the meat nicely and doesn't overpower it.
Honoring and like it's a backstrap, so you don't need to do anything fancy with a backstrap, because that is like the pinnacle of the meat world, right?
Yeah.
And honoring it with it just on a simple salad like that, I think that's the coolest way of actually like celebrating that animal.
Yeah.
So before you started the harvest, did you sit with him for a minute? What was that like?
Yeah, I took a little while to just like breathe. Because there was a moment of feeling overwhelmed. Maybe like a slight tear. But yeah, no, it was good taking a chance to really look up close at the animal, and get some decent photos, and just prepare myself for the next stage of cutting it up and carrying it out.
How long did that take?
Oh, not too long. I mean, from the point of putting it in my backpack to getting back to my car, probably like 40 minutes.
Okay, so not too bad.
Yeah, there was a steep hill in between, but
So have you hunted with blokes as well as doing your solo hunts and your hunt with your mate?
Yeah. I've got a couple of good friends that occasionally I'll go out hunting with, but for the most part, I prefer to go solo. But yeah, there's a property that I go up to in New South Wales for most years, and whenever I'm up there, I'll take the opportunity to catch up with my good mate Justin, and we'll go out for a hunt. And like when it's with good people, high quality company, it's awesome. But like I said, I mostly go solo. I prefer to be able to just zone out and not have to worry about what other people are doing.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What do you think women hunters, what do you think we do differently to the boys hunting?
Oh, I haven't thought about that. I think the main difference I've found is that a lot less women go out solo.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just a lack of confidence and like sometimes it can be a bit daunting going out on your own, especially if it's real remote areas. But yeah, I think I really think it's just that.
Do you do backcountry, like backpacking, camp overnight, that sort of stuff?
Occasionally, I'm trying to do more of it. Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think the hardest thing would be? What's the hardest truth between someone listening to this and going, I'd like to, and then actually putting boots on and walking out? What do you think the barrier might be for someone? What was the barrier for you that you absolutely smashed and overcame between thinking about hunting and actually going and doing it?
Again, just confidence, and then finding those short moments of confidence to just go for it.
Compounding confidence. Stacking one bit after the other.
Yeah, building it up. And like you start small. You push yourself out of your comfort zone just that little bit, and then you build from there. You just keep going more and more each time. But I know that like the backpack hunts and everything can be extremely daunting when you're solo. And like my partner and I will go up into the mountains and like we'll camp together, but then hunt separate, So there is that security at camp.
That you're not there by yourself.
Yeah. But then, then the joy of hunting alone.
But then you come back and you share a fire together and you tell the stories of the cool blue butterfly that flew past while you were sitting there glassing and that sort of stuff, right?
Or the dingoes that came walking into 3 meters and checking me out.
That'd be cool. What did you do?
Oh, that was like one of my favorite things ever. I was walking through the bush and I just saw 2 faces looking at me. And so I sat down and started making like imitation rabbit distress noises. And they came straight in. And there was a real rich ginger colored one that ended up like circling straight around me. And I got some really good photos of it, and some really good footage of it too. But yeah, it would have come 3 meters away. I just sat there and enjoyed it. And then, it got to the point where it's like, oh yeah, this is actually taking too long. I'm wasting time here. And so,
that's right. I'm here for something.
Yeah, I got to go find the deer. And so I just stood up and they ran away. Yeah.
Did they know you were there?
Yeah, but they didn't know what I was.
Gotcha.
I had the wind right, and it was just really interesting seeing like their curiosity and then their fear. Because obviously when they didn't know what I was, they were like trying to suss out what was happening. Yeah. But then the moment I went up onto 2 legs, full human height, they're like, oh yeah, danger,
They're
got
like,
to get out of
whoa.
here. Yeah. Yeah.
So have you got another hunt planned?
Oh,
Are you going back out soon?
I've got a couple.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about you guys, but we've got a long weekend this weekend.
Nah, not up here.
No, okay, right, yeah. So, just a couple of local ones over the long weekend. I've found an area near home where I can hunt fallow finally, because I've moved to a new town at the beginning of last year, and kind of avoided hunting the general area because it's too close to Melbourne.
Okay.
But yeah, I've found a decent population of fallow, and so I'll be putting a bit of time into looking through those. And then when is it? Mid-April, I've got a week on the hog deer that I'm really looking forward to. So,
stop it.
yeah, it's a pretty.
You draw.
Pretty...
did you draw at the ballot?
No, I didn't. My partner did for the second year in a row, but no, I've got a different setup.
Oh man, we'll get to the fallow in a minute, but I was excited about the fallow. But you've mentioned hoggies, so I gotta talk to you about the hoggies. Have you like been around them yet, or is this going to be your first encounter? Talk to me about your hog deer.
I've hunted them a little bit. I haven't put too much time into them, so I'm planning on doing a lot more of that this year. And so I hunted Snake Island in 2014. Well, no, not 2014, 2024. And I shot a little, probably 2.5-year-old stag.
And no way.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But like he had, I'm actually looking at him, he's on the wall behind me, but he had one antler that had.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I got him mounted. First hog deer, you have to do it.
100%.
Yeah, and Snake Island, so even more so. But,
right.
But yeah, he had one antler has 3 points, and the other is a pipe antler. So I'm not sure if you've heard about those, but they're pretty cool.
Explain what a pipe antler is, please.
That's where the previous year's antler isn't dropped in time for the next antler's growth. And so the new antler starts to kind of grow around it. And then when it finally pushes the old antler out, the new antler has like a dish in it where the previous one was sitting. And yeah, it's got all funky sorts of points coming off of it, but it's pretty cool, pretty unique.
They're the cool ones. They're the gnarly looking, like not absolutely symmetrical. Like they're the ones that I absolutely love. The ones that are like, oh, you need to get that out of the gene pool. I'm like, oh, they're the ones that you're looking at something that's so beautiful but so like weird at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, different.
yeah. So how did, like, all right, you're going to have to talk me through that whole process. Like how did he get to your wall? Start from I put my boots on.
Thanks for listening to the Women Who Hunt podcast, proudly supported by Nature's Perks, the ultimate outdoor adventure hub. Nature's Perks helped us take our hunting to the next level, and they can do the same for you, helping you grow your skills and confidence in the great outdoors. Become a member today at naturesperks.com.au and unlock exclusive benefits, fortnightly prize draws, guided hunts, fishing charters, and special discounts. Nature's Perks, where the wild side of life rewards you. All right, let's get back to the show.
Yeah, so the whole thing was just awesome. Like one of the coolest hunting trips that I've ever done. But yeah, I got in contact with a couple of other people that were heading over there, and I ended up going in their boat with them and camping with them. And the first day I was there, I sat over this one area that just seemed dead, like nothing going on. But because I was an emergency position there, I had the last say on areas that I could hunt. So yeah, I kind of just had to make do with what was left.
You got what you were given.
Yes, and I remember that first day sitting there over this area, I ate an entire kilo bag of trail mix in the first 3 hours.
How did that go?
Well, I ate the chocolate chips first, and then
So it was a riveting day.
It
Like
was-
so engrossed with watching all of these deer went
there
through a
was
whole trail back.
nothing. And then I luckily had a second spot picked out that was up the other end of the island that no one else had claimed. And so I got one of the people that I was camping with. He's a good mate. Got him to drop me around the other side of the island, and I think within 15 minutes of sitting in this spot, this deer walked out and came for a drink in the waterhole.
No way.
And it was kind of like, you know, a lot of people, they'll leave the first deer they see over there and wait for something better. But because I'd heard so many people having bad experiences that year, I'm just like, nah, I'm going to shoot it. And
Taking him.
I was super, super excited. I got the shakes big time. But yeah, I shot him and he fell forward face first, straight into the thickest mud. And the retrieval was just glorious.
How muddy were you by the end of it, mate?
Well, my boots were pretty muddy, but that was about it because I was able to drag him out by the back legs. But yeah, I sat there for ages, just like wiping the mud off of his face with baby wipes because I always keep baby wipes in my pack.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, they're an essential item. But yeah, no, it was a really exciting process, and it was good because it was all done before the tide had gone out, and I was able to get back to the mainland and get him checked all pretty quickly.
So do you have to gut them out there and then, or what does that look like? What do you do with that?
Yeah, you're only allowed to gut them out. Oh no, if you want to cape them, you're allowed to cape them, but the head and everything needs to stay on the body.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I gutted it out, and then just threw the whole thing in my backpack.
Because they're only pretty small, hey?
Yeah. This guy was 28 kilos.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I think that's a little bit lighter than my golden retriever. Yeah.
Yep.
Probably same weight, but yeah. So carried it out, chucked it in the boat, and took him to the mainland. And then I was lucky enough to have access to a cool room over there. So got it caped and caught it and chucked it in the cool room.
That is so cool. And was that your first day there, or was there a couple of days in the lead up? What was that?
That was the second
day.
Day. Yeah, second day there. Yep.
Yeah. So after trail mix day, the next day.
Yeah. Yes.
So you're going back down this year for hoggies?
I am, yes. Yeah. I think the third week of April. One of them, yeah.
I reckon I'd be the same. I'm like, once you've had a taste, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I haven't put enough time into them, and like I haven't shot a decent stag just yet. So I think, I've had a few really, really good years on the fallow.
Yep.
And yeah, it might just be worth switching it up a little.
So talk to me about the fallow. So how long have you been stalking the fallow for?
A few years. I think
Yeah.
I've been traveling up to New South Wales for about 5 years for the rut. And yeah, just hearing them croak, and then being able to stalk in on them to the point where you're that close that you can like feel the croaks rattling your chest. It's really something special. Like you don't know just how exciting it is until you've experienced it yourself. Yeah, that has drawn me back year after year. And it's just something that you can't compare to. Yeah.
And you've got yourself a fallow stag?
Oh, a few. I've had some really, really good ones over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one. I've got 3 that are taxidermied on my walls.
Yep.
And a bunch of euros that I've cleaned up. Because yeah, it gets to the point where you got to stop mounting them, because yeah, it gets very expensive after a while. But no, I've shot some very, very good ones in New South Wales over the years, and one of the ones that I've had taxidermied, it was a nice little public land buck from Victoria, which I hunted for. It was 2 days. The first day, a mate and I were hunting together, like one of the very few hunts that we do. And yeah, we could hear it off. Oh, we thought it was down in the bottom of this gully somewhere, but every time we dropped down to get closer to it, it'd sound further away. And we figured out that
wow.
I guess the altitude, or like the height, impacts the sounds of the croaks and the way the sound travels. So really,
Yeah, okay.
when we were up the top of the hill before dropping into the gully, we were at the same level as it. So it wasn't down in the gully, it was up on the next ridge over.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and so I went back the next day and circled around like a fair way around that gully, and ended up getting to a spot that just kind of opened up and it looked like a real good rut pad, so I gave a rattle. And about 5 minutes later, I heard some twigs breaking and saw him sneaking in. And yeah, that was pretty cool. It was very cool.
So what's going through your mind? You've done the rattle and you've seen him come through. What's that?
That was a big holy shit. Because he was close. He was very close. He was pretty much on top of me when I saw him.
Oh, wow.
So I shot him in the neck, and he dropped on the spot.
Oh, well done.
And immediately, like, I think the impact of the bullet blew a bunch of air out of his nostrils, and it was a cold morning, so it was just like steam.
Oh.
And so that, and then like just seeing he looked angry. He looked very angry. Like he had this fury in his eyes.
Yeah, okay.
And then he expired. And yeah, just just the real close up image of the steam coming out of his nostrils and the eyes. It was, yeah, something that I've stuck in my brain.
Oh, I can see why.
Yeah.
Like that's to be that close and that like that's intimate hunting.
Yeah, yeah. But it's for that area, it's a very good buck. Nice and mature, and he's got like a double brow on one side. But if I was to see that type, like that style of buck and that size at the place I go to hunt them in New South Wales, I'd probably pass it
Yep.
up. Like I wouldn't
Yeah,
consider it.
okay.
Yeah, it's just interesting with the difference in genetics and yeah. But no, that's one of my favourite hunts on the fallow.
So between starting with your camera and now being a seasoned deer hunter, what's changed you? Like, is there stuff that you do differently in your day-to-day life when you're not hunting because of what the hunt has taught you?
I think I've just developed an overall greater resilience. Like prior to getting into the hunting, you know, I hated getting my hands dirty. I was chronic OCD. I have to wash my hands all the time.
Yep.
And yeah, I was a lot less likely to step out of my comfort zone. But yeah, since I've gotten into it all, I don't care as much at all. Yeah, those sorts of things don't bother me. And I'm a lot more adventurous too, like just willing to get out there and needing to get out there more. You know, if I spend more than one day at home doing nothing, I go insane. I can't do it.
You get kind of itchy, hey?
Yeah, I get this horrible feeling of dread.
Yeah.
And just got to
Like
go.
you're missing out on stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon if there's a belief about hunting that most people don't understand as we're talking about that stuff?
I think just the appreciation of the process. Yeah, quite a few people don't understand that. Like I think I've spoken to a few non-hunters over the last few years, and one thing that stuck with me that someone said is like, how can you say that a deer is beautiful or gorgeous or whatever and kill it? And it's like, well, a deer is beautiful and it is gorgeous.
It is.
And I appreciate it a lot. But as much as it is beautiful, it is a fantastic resource and I'm going to utilize it. Yeah, like all that meat in the freezer, these awesome skins on my floors. It's just like that.
So you do your own tanning?
I do, yeah. Yes.
What got you started doing that?
I think I just wanted to know what it was like just to know how to do it, and I really enjoyed the process and seeing the results. So I've kind of like it's just a hobby on the side at the moment, but I've started taking on other people's hides and tanning for other people now.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I'm hoping I can establish a bit more of a client base and, you know, like make a proper job of it. Like I'd really love to be able to do it more.
What was the first hide that you tanned?
I'm actually looking at it right now. It's a chocolate fallow buck that I shot last rut. It was a cull. So it was one that needed to be removed from the gene pool. But it has the most beautiful glossy chocolate coat with like you can see all the spots underneath. It's like a black jaguar, you know? How you've when the sun hits them, you can see the spots under the black. And I'd actually almost decided not to bother with it because I did everything wrong in the lead up to tanning it. After I shot it, I had salted it and I left it laying flat on some concrete and then went to hunt the next day. And by the time I got back, it was in full sunlight and it was hot. The skin was super hot.
Yeah, okay.
And the two worst things for skins are heat and moisture. And so this was exposed to a lot of heat. And so I thought, oh, yeah, it's going to be cooked. It's going to be ruined. All the hair is going to fall out.
Yeah.
But I still took it and dried it out and I fleshed it and then tanned it, and it's immaculate. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Oh, how good is it that you just didn't give up on it?
Yeah, really glad that I didn't. Yeah.
What an accomplishment. That's so, and then every time you look at it, you're reminded of the story and the journey that got it there in your home.
Yeah. No, it's very cool to look at.
So if there was someone watching your journey, as I have done for a while, if there was someone watching your journey from the sideline, what would you want them to learn from you?
Just to have a go, just to get out and give it a good hard crack. Like I've had people ask me for advice, and it's not a one size fits all, you know. I think you've really just got to get boots on the ground and just get out and learn as much as you possibly can in your own time and your own experience.
Yeah. In your own lived experience.
Yeah, because you're gonna have heaps of different people telling you lots of different things, but yeah, it's all what you know, and the information you gather for yourself is the most valuable, I've found.
And you got a lot of people. You got a lot of people watching you, mate, and there's a lot of people that, including myself, that look up to you. How does it feel when people look at you and are like, my God, she is such a strong female figure in a male-dominated world, and she is absolutely crushing it? Like, how does that make you feel?
Like a little bit awkward, but like it's good, but good.
Yeah,
because like I just enjoy doing what I do. And yeah, I had someone tell me at one of the expos once, they're like, "Oh, Mel, it's like I'm looking at a celebrity." And I'm like, "Why? I just like hunting." I just want to hunt. But
and
yeah,
I gotta tell you that I said to my girlfriend, when you said yes, I said to my girlfriend, I'm like, oh my God, Mel Hunt said yes to coming on to my podcast. And they were like, no way. I'm like, I'm like, I feel like I've made it in the podcast world. Mel said yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry.
Well, no, it's nice to know that people think that. It really is. But yeah, I guess part of me is like, why? can't really believe it, I guess, because I'm just sharing the stuff that I enjoy doing.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's a challenge, like being out there doing what you're doing, plus, you know, sharing it the way you do. It's not easy. So thank you for taking the time to share your story with the world, and so that you can inspire women who want to hunt. When you hear women in hunting, what do you think?
We need more. That's yeah. We need more of them getting out there and doing it, really, because it is still such a male dominant field. And yeah, I really, really, really hope that more women can find the confidence to get out and have a good hard go.
what will they get out of doing it? What did you get out of leaning in and just doing it?
A great deal of satisfaction.
Yep.
It's extremely empowering. And like I've found that it's helped me prove to myself that I can do a lot more than what I first thought I was capable of. So yeah, and obviously there's the physical stuff, like all of the beautiful meat and the skins and yeah, but it's very empowering.
That's empowering. You've just dropped my favorite word twice. What does empowering mean to you?
I haven't thought about that. Just knowing that I can do everything that I want to do, and like there's nothing that is actually there to stop me from doing the things I put my mind to. Yeah.
And I think that's the perfect line. I'm just going to say thank you so much for saying yes to be on this podcast. It means the absolute world to me. You have no idea how nervous and excited I have been about doing this podcast with you.
That's all right.
So thank you for being such an amazing human in this space, and showing people what it's like to get out there and push through that barrier of fear and actually come out the other end. And I just want to thank the listeners for being part of this community. Women Who Hunt exist because of the stories like you've just shared tonight. I am absolutely chomping at the bit now. I can't wait to get back out there after listening to your stories. And it's those real experiences, and it's women backing women and us being in each other's corners and that sort of stuff. So thank you so much for sharing your stories with us tonight, mate. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And if you've enjoyed this episode, please follow the podcast and share it with someone who'd appreciate listening to the amazing stories of Mel. And until next time, guys, take care and make sure you keep doing the things that light you up.